ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शुक्ल यजुर्वेदीय काण्व शाखीय बृहदारण्यक उपनिषद पेज नंबर 32 in Tika we are seeing Ghata Bhashya. Last paragraph. So Siddhanti said Pinda, Mrit Pinda, in that Pinda is not Upadana Karanam of Ghata. Mrit is the Upadana Karanam of Ghata because it is Anvayi and it is Dravya. Anvayi Dravyatve Sati, it was said. And if you don't accept this, then there will be Anavastha also, that just as for Ghata, you don't accept Mrittika as the Karanam, but Pinda, for Pinda also you will not accept Mrittika as the Karanam. You will have to accept some other Pinda. Then for that, some other Pinda. In this way, there will be Anavastha. Tika, last paragraph. Anvaino means last line. Anvaino mrudader mana bhavena abhavat na karanata iti shankate. Purva Pakshi will do Shanka. He says, Anvayi is Mrit Adi. Adi Padena Suvarna. Mrit Adi. Anvayi is Mrit Suvarna. In that there is no Pramanam. Mridadehe mana bhavena abhavat. Therefore, they are not Anvayi. And therefore, they are not Karana. Na Karanata Tesham. Iti Shankate. In Bhashya, new paragraph. Pindadi Vyatirekena Mridade Rasatvat Ayuktam iti chet. Pindadi Vyatirekena Mridadehe Asatvat. So same idea what the Tikakar presented is explained in Bhashya. In other words, what is said in Bhashya, Tikakar is just trying to add some explanation or sets up what is going to happen now in Bhashya. So Purva Paksha says in Bhashya that other than Pinda, there is no Mrit. Pindadi Vyatirekena Mridadehe Asatvat. Show me Mrittika, as yesterday Swamiji was saying. Show me Mrittika other than Pinda. Pindadi Vyatirekena Mridadehe Asatvat. Ayuktam. Ayuktam Mridadehe Karanata. Ayukta. Iti chet. So now that only he explains further. Tadeva Chodyam Vivranoti. Chodyam means what is questioned, objected. So that he explains further. Who? Purva Pakshi only is explaining. Purva Pakshi created Shanka. Now Purva Pakshi himself is explaining his Shanka. Pindadi Purva Karyopamarde Mridadi Karanam Nopamrityate. घटादि कार्यांतरे अपि अनुवर्तत इति एतद अयुक्तम. पिंडादि पूर्व karya upamarde pindadi, which is purva karya. Pindadi purva karya upamarde mridadi karanam na upamradyate. This is what Siddhanti said. That in preparing ghata, what mrid does is, mritika, the clay, it destroys the previous karyam called pinda and creates a new karyam called ghata. This is what Siddhanti explained to Purvapakshi. Purvapakshi says this is not true. This is ayuktam. Pindadi purva karya upamarde mridadi karanam na upamratyate. Mridadi is not destroyed. Pinda is destroyed for ghatadi karyantare, where ghatadi karyantara, the next effect called ghata is to be produced. In that घटादि कार्यांतरे अपि अनुवर्तते इति. So mridadi karanam, how it is continuing, you are seeing mridadi karanam घटादि कार्यांतरे अपि अनुवर्तते iti etadayuktam. This is not correct. This is what is said by Purvapakshi. पिंड घटादि व्यतिरेकेण मृदादि कारणस्य अनुपलम्भात् इति चेत. So he says mritika is available only either as pinda or as ghata. Other than that means in some effect. Pinda ghatadi vyatirekena, other than pinda ghata etc. Mridadi karana itself is not available. Mridadi karanasya anupalambhat. Anupalambhat means anupalabdhatvat. It is not available only. Whenever clay is available, either it is in some pinda or in ghata or in some other karya rupa. Iti chet. Now that line is explained in Tika. Mrid ghataha suvarnam. Anuswara is missing. Suvarnam kundalam ityadi तादात्म्य प्रत्ययस्य पिंडादि अतिरिक्त मृदादि अभावे अनुपपत्तेः अनुगतम मृदादि उपेयम इति परिहरति. मृद is nothing but ghataha. Mrid ghataha. Suvarnam is kundalam. This is the tadatmya pratyaya. Means between karya karana there is tadatmya shown. There is oneness. Tadatmya pratyasya पिंडादि अतिरिक्त मृदादि अभावे. पिंडादि अतिरिक्त मृदादि अभावे, other than the pinda there is no mrid. Mridadi abhave अनुपपत्तेः अनुगतम मृदादि उपेयम. मृदादि उपेयम अनुपपन्नम. उपेयम means upadana karanam. Mrid is not upadana karanam. Why? Because mritika is never available separately. Pindadi atirikta mridadi abhave anupapattehe anugatam mridadi upeyam. Mridadi upeyam anugatam anupapannam. In this way you have to understand. This is now being refuted by Siddhanti. So this is, I think, clear. It's not very difficult. Only the sentences are little long. Pariharati, neti. So Siddhanti said, na. What you are saying is not true. So whenever a Purvapaksha argument is there, and when Siddhanti says na, so that na is Siddhanti's pratigna. Siddhanti now says, I disagree. Means the whole thing what you said should be understood in the negative way. It is not true in this way. This is Siddhanti's pratigna. Now in that pratigna he will do Vivarana. Kincha in Tika. Ya Pindatmana पूर्वेद्युः मृत आसीत् सैव घटादि अभूत् इति प्रत्यभिज्ञया मृदो अन्वयिन्याः सिद्धेस्तत्कारणत्वं दूरपह्नवम् इत्याह. न है ना, बस only that much. So that is the pratika, and then Anandagiri ji is explaining the next line as introduction to Mridadi. Next pratika. किंच या पिंडात्मना पूर्वेद्युः मृत आसीत्. पूर्वेद्युः means yesterday or even day before. What was there as mritika in pinda rupa earlier, पूर्वेद्युः मृत पिंडात्मना या आसीत्, सा एव मृत. मृतिका is strilinga, mrit is strilinga, so sa eva ghatadi abhut, sa mrit eva ghatadi abhut, that mrit became ghata. So in that we have pratyabhijna. Who is saying this? Swamiji. Who is saying this? Siddhanti. Siddhanti is saying that we have pratyabhijna, that earlier it was pinda, now it has become ghata. So mritika was pinda, mritika is ghata. So who is continuing? Mritika. Mritika is continuing. Mritika was pinda, mritika is ghata. This pratyabhijna is there. इति प्रत्यभिज्ञया मृदो अन्वयिन्याः, मृदः अन्वयिन्याः सिद्धेः. Means the anvayi here is mrittika. Mridah अन्वयिन्याः सिद्धेः. Siddhi is done through pratyabhijna. Tat karanatvam durapahnavam. Tat means pinda. 9 number tippani. 9 number tippani is not on that then. Acha, dura apahnavam is in 10 number tippani, you see, nirakartum ashakyam. Mrit karanatvam nirakartum ashakyam. In this way, mrit karanatvam nirakartum ashakyam. Okay. Further you see in Bhashya. So what is the hetu given by Siddhanti? Online student. What is the hetu given by Siddhanti to prove that mritika is karanam? Online.
Anvayitva. Anvayitva.
Anvayitva.
Anvayitva.
And dravyatva.
In this last line, what karanam he has given?
Anvayitva.
No. In the last line,
Mrit karanatvam.
pratyabhijna. Pratyabhijna is given. Pratyabhijnaya. On the strength of Pratyabhijna, he says this. In Bhashya, Mridadi Karananam Ghatadi Utpattau Pindadi Nivrittau Cha Anuvritti Darshanat. Mridadi Karananam Ghatadi Utpattau. Through Mrit Adi Karana, when Ghatadi Utpatti takes place, then Pindadi Nivritti is also seen. Pindadi Nivrittau Cha Anuvritti Darshanat. Mrit Karananam Ghatadi Utpattau Pindadi Nivrittau Cha Anuvritti Darshanat. If Pinda Nivritti takes place, then also you will see Mrit. And Ghata Utpatti takes place, there also you see Mrit. So Mritika is there in both. In Pinda Nivritti also Mritika, in Ghata Utpatti also Mritika, in this way. Now, some concept you understand first. So, sometimes you have seen earlier, some Anumana Pramana has come. So, those who are already studying Anumanam or those who have already studied Anumanam, they already know Anumana has how many avayavas?
Pancha Avayavas.
Everybody, 5 avayavas are there. Pratignya, Hetu, then Udaharana. So when Hetu is given, Vyapti also is to be included. Then Udaharana, otherwise known as Drishtanta. Then Upanaya. Upnaya, don't say. Upanaya and Nigamanam. Maharaji tells sometimes, but there is one Mahatma, he always says like that. Upanaya and Nigamanam. So 5 avayavas are there. But everybody does not use 5 avayavas. Nayayika uses 5. Mimamsaka uses 3 only. Vedanti also 3. Bauddha 2. So now next Anumanam is coming from Bauddha. It has only 2 avayavas. This is why I am introducing this. There is a shloka in this. Atra panchatayam kechit. Anybody knows this shloka?
अत्र पञ्चतयं केचित् केचित्
Vayam.
केचित् बौद्धद्वयं वयं त्रयम् उदाहरणपर्यन्तं यद्वा उदाहरणम् आदिकम्
Atra panchatayam kechit dvayam vayam trayam udaharana paryantam yadvodaharanadikam. Some pathantar is also there in this shloka, but this is the main idea of this. So in this regard, in presenting Nyaya, Panchatayam Kechit. Kechit means Nayayika. This shloka is by Mimamsaka, Kumaril Bhatta. So Mimamsaka says, some take 5 steps Anumana. Kechit Dvayam. Some are 2. That is this next Bauddha. Kechit Dvayam. Vayam Trayam. Vayam Mimamsakaha Trayam. So what are the 3? Vayam means they say for Mimamsaka, we agree with them in this regard. So Vedanti also says, we also accept 3 only. What are they? Either you say Pratignya, Hetu, first 3. Pratignya, Hetu, Udaharana. Udaharana Paryantam. So Pratignya, Hetu, Udaharana. Or Yadva Udaharana Adikam. Udaharanam Adir Yasya. Trayasya. So then Udaharana, Upanaya, Nigamanam. In this way. So here, Bauddha is doing Anumana. So he is not interested in 5. He is also not going to give 3. He will give only 2. Yat sat tat kshanikam in Tika. Yat sat tat kshanikam yatha deepaha. This is one part of the Anumana. Actually, in one, they have given two things. Deepa is Deepa Shikha. And that is the Drashtanta, Udaharanam. And Yat Sat Tat Kshanikam. Now, what do they say? If a thing is, it is Kshanikam. And if it is not, it is Asat. This is what they want to say. If it is Kshanikam. If it is not, then it is not. It is Asat. So, Sat, then Kshanikam. Asat, then Shunyam. That is their Siddhanta anyway. Yat Sat Tat Kshanikam. Yatha Deepa Shikha. So Deepa Shikha, if it is there, Deepa means Deepa Shikha. Huh? Deepa in Vedanta discussions, Deepa don't think the whole lamp, only the flame. So Deepa Shikha. So it is Sat, therefore it is Kshanika. So it will just keep going, gone. Santasya ime bhavaha. And this is their Upanaya. Their way of Upanaya. What do they say? Ime bhavaha, ime padarthaha. All these things are Santaha. Santaha means San Santau Santaha. Sat is there. Sat Pratipadika will become San for Pullinga. San Santau Santaha. So Santaha means Bahuvachanam. Vidyamanaha. Ime Bhavaha Vidyamanaha. See 12 number tippani now. Ayam hi kshanika vijnanavadi na panchavayavam anumanam abhyupagacchati किंतु दृष्टांतम उपनयम च इति. This क्षणिक विज्ञानवादी does not give, or शून्यवादी also, पंच अवयवम अनुमानम न अभ्युपगच्छति, but he gives only two, दृष्टांतम उपनयम च इति. How? सर्वम क्षणिकम सत्वाद 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 इति हेतु इति आकारम न वक्ति इति ध्येयम. So he doesn't give pratignya hetu like this. So he gives his anumanam. Yat sat tat kshanikam yatha deepa. Santasya ime bhavaha. Ime bhavaha, ime padarthaha, santaha. All these are sat. Therefore, kshanikaha. All of them will be kshanika. Iti anumanat sarvarthanam क्षणिकत्व सिद्धेः अन्वय दृष्टि सादृश्यात् भ्रांति इति शंकते. पूर्व पक्षी says all arthas are kshanika. Sarvarthanam kshanikatva siddhi is there. All everything on the strength of this anumanam, he says everything is kshanikam. Because if you say something is, he says the anumanam is there. If it is sat, it is kshanikam. Drishtanta is there. So on the strength of this Drishtanta and their Yat Sat Tat Kshanikam Vyapti, everything will become Kshanikam. Kshanikatva Siddhe. Then Mridadi Anvaya Drishti, how it is there? He says Anvaya Drishti hi Sadrishyat. Because there is only Sadrishyam. It's similar, it looks similar. Like if I have a pencil, let us say, and somebody has the same pencil. So that person can say, oh, I have the same pencil. Same pencil means it is similar. It cannot be same. Because this is here. Whatever you have is with you. So it cannot be same, but it has sadrishyam, similarity. What we call it is sajatiya. So here also, sadrishya bhranti is there. There is no real pratyabhijna, says Kshanikvadi or Shunyavadi. Sadrishya is only Brahma. Oh, I had the same body before I slept. Let's say you go to sleep and you wake up. We ever question, "Oh, I have the same body now also. Sadrishya is there. We don't say this is same because it is same. Karma prarabdha is still not over yet. But they don't agree with this. Sadrishyat bhrantihi iti shankate. Sadrishyat in bhashya. Sadrishyat anvaya darshanam na karana anuvrittehe iti chet. So this is again Purva. So Purvapaksha asked one question, then he himself elaborated. Then Siddhanti said, na. Siddhanti gave explanation. Mridadi karananam gatadi utpattau, etc. Then Purvapakshi is asking another thing. He says, this mrittika anvaya in ghata is not actual same mrittika, because you said earlier it was mrittika, now it is now ghata in this form. He said this is only sadrishyat anvaya darshanam, na tu karana anuvritte. Karana anuvritti has not happened. It is only sadrishya. It just looks similar. Iti chet. This is Purvapaksha. Means, see how if somebody does not agree with your Siddhanta, they don't just go on shouting or anything. They present their ideas systematically in the same format of discussion is required. That is this Nyaya. You have to do some pratigna, you cannot go in your own way and say, I disagree and I am going to shout loudly or something. You have to present everything in the same fashion if you want to discuss. With illogical people, you cannot do any argument and you cannot do any vichara. Because you will say something, their first vakya and second vakya, there is no hetu, no sadhya, something they will say. And because you will not say anything, so they will say, this is defeat of that person, Nigrahasthanam. It is not Nigrahasthanam. They are actually praying to Bhagavan that how I can get moksha from this first Vigna. Vigna Dvansa Mangalacharanam they have to do first. Iti chet, Siddhanti is going to say, now you see 15 number tippani on Pratyabhijna. What is Pratyabhijna? प्रत्यभिज्ञा इति वस्तुतः तु अत्र प्रत्यभिज्ञा सिद्धस्थायी अर्थ विरुद्धं क्षणिकार्थं बोधयन् लिंगम इति एव पाठो अवगन्तव्यः. So this pratyabhijna, actually you should say take this as the patha. Otherwise also pratyabhijna is okay. Pratyabhijna siddhasthayi artha viruddham क्षणिकार्थम बोधयत लिंगम. Here what is given? Pratyabhijna siddha sthayi artha viruddham kshaниkartha bodhi lingam is given. Right? In the old, you have old reading? Is it new? Okay.
It's Bodhayat. Bodhayat Lingam.
In the
Both.
in the new one also it is the same thing. Bodhi lingam. In Tippani it is Bodhayat. Correct? Bodhayat lingam. Iti eva patho avagantavya. So Pratyabhijna is also explained. 13 number टिप्पणी. एकस्य वस्तुनो अनेक काली संबंधित्वेन प्रतीति रूपा प्रत्यभिज्ञा. This is simple explanation for Pratyabhijna. एकस्य वस्तुनः अनेक काल संबंधित्वेन प्रतीति. One vastu, let's say this ghata. Yesterday also you saw, a few days back also you saw. So ekasya vastuna aneka kala sambandhitvena pratiti. This is called pratyavijna. In Tarka Sangra, what is the definition of pratyavijna? Tatte dhamma avagahi jnanam. Pratyavijnanam. And what is the shloka in for pratyavijna? Anybody remembers?
आतस्य कस्यचित् पूर्वं भासमानस्य साम्प्रतं सोऽयमित्यनुसन्धानं प्रत्यभिज्ञानम् उच्यते.
Bhatasya, very good. Bhatasya kasyachit purvam bhasamanasya sampratam soyamityanusandhanam pratyabhijnanam uchyate. Those who don't have these shlokas, earlier shloka I quoted, atra panchatayam kechit dvayam vayam trayam, this shloka, you have to know this. Every time when I say these shlokas, whatever such new thing is there, means after this class you will have to spend at least another 1 hour on this. Those who want to thoroughly study, in particular those who are the acharyas, those who study and teach also, they have to spend that much time. And in your notes you should have all these things, so that every time when this comes, then there is no question mark for you. Many of these shlokas I have already shared in the one file with everybody. I will again try to put it here so that everyone has access. But some shlokas, if they are not there, then you add it for yourself. They will be there, many of them are there. Bhatasya kasyachit purvam. Bhatasya vastunah kasyachit purvam. And bhasamanasya sampratam. Sampratam means idanim. Now, the same thing is appearing like this object, pencil. Lekhani, this is called Lekhani in Sanskrit. Soyam. So for Ghata, it will be Soyam because it's pullinga. Soyam iti anusandhanam pratyabhijnanam. Seyam. Sa-iyam. Seyam. This anusandhanam means this kind of vichara is called pratyabhijnanam. So now in Tika, pratyabhijna siddha स्थायी अर्थ विरुद्धम क्षणिकार्थ बोधिलिंगम अनुमानम. Purva Pakshi has done anumanam. What did that anumanam prove? That everything is kshanikam. This anumanam was virodhi of what? That pratyabhijna, which proved that everything is sthai. So now you see this vakya. Again I will explain. Pratyabhijna siddha. Sthai artha. Siddhanti did the explanation. Siddhanti gave that everything is sthai, permanent. Permanent means in vyavahara, not impermanent. I mean, not absolutely permanent. Impermanent only, but in vyavahara it is sthai. That he established through pratyabhijna. Tad virodhi is this kshanikartha bodhayati, bodhayat lingam anumanam. That anumanam is actually virodhi of pratyabhijna, proved by Siddhanti. Correct, Swamiji? Better. So Siddhanti gave pratyabhijna. Purvapakshi did Anumanam Sarvam Kshanikam. Siddhanta is Pratyabhijna is proving Sthai. Means relatively it is Sthai. So now there is Virodha. So here this Vakya says, Kshaниkartha bodhi lingam anushnata anumanavat na manam. So there is one anumanam. What is that anumanam? Vannihi anushnam. Your Siddhanta is telling Purvapakshi, your anumanam is like Vannir anushna anumanam. What is the dosha in Vannir anushna anumanam? It is pratyakshena badhitam. Pratyakshena badhitam. Pratyaksha, you say Vanni, you know Vanni is Ushna. And you are, somebody does the anumanam. It's probably given in 17 number tippani. 17 number tippani, you see, Vannir anushno dravyatvat. Fire is anushna, means not hot, because it is dravya. What is the drishtanta? Jala. Jalavat. Jala is dravya and it is anushna. One is also dravya. Yatra yatra dravyatvam tatra tatra anushnatvam. This is anumanam you can do, but it is badhita by another pramana, prabala pramana. So here Siddhanti says your anumanam is like anushnata anumanavat. न मानम, इट इज नॉट प्रमाणम इति दूषयति. दूषयति कः? सिद्धांति. न इन भाष्य पिंडादि गतानां मृदादि अवयवानां एव घटादौ प्रत्यक्षत्वे अनुमान आभासात् सादृश्यादि कल्पना अनुपपत्तेः. पिंडादि गतानां मृदादि अवयवानां, clay has all the parts. Mridadi avayava. They all are earlier were present in the form of pinda. Same avayavas are now present in the form of ghata. So pindadi gatanam mridadi avayavanam eva ghatadau pratyakshatve siddhe. When this is siddha, then your anumana is anumana abhasat sadrishyadi kalpana anupapattehe. Sadrishyadi kalpana anupapatti means pratyabhijna is true, that sthayitva is there, and you are saying no, it is just looking similar, sadrishya is there, but actually it is not the same object, is not true. It is same thing. Same Himalaya is there, every day we see glorious. It's not there, it is sadrishya. Now, in this, Nayayikas also they say it is Nutana. Why? Because if some avayava is displaced or something is not part of the avayavi anymore, the whole, let's say this cloth is there, this is there. From this, if I take out one thread, then is this the same thread as same cloth as before, or now it is a new cloth? So we will say it is the same thing. Just one thing is missing. They'll say no, that is gone. Now this is a new thing. Now we are at new discussion point. This is how they will discuss. So when Buddhas are saying this, they are using some logic that it is sadrishya. And their example is Deepashikha, where this lamp flame is constantly going. It appears that, oh, it is the same lamp. It is not the same. That flame is gone. Now next kshana, new one is there. Like our deha also, if you ask doctors, they will say, oh, so many avayavas and so many cells are dying and new are getting produced. And they say in 7 years, actually the whole person is different. Meaning whatever was there, everything is going. Not everything doesn't happen at the same time. Gradually it happens, so we don't feel that this is new entity here. So this sadrishya is not only kalpana, some basis is there, they have used logically, but in vyavahara, we say it is the same thing and we continue our vyavahara. So your anumana is abhasa. Anumana abhasat sadrishyadi kalpana anubhavatte. Third number tippani also you see. Pratyabhignya badhitat abhasat. That abhasa is, anumana abhasa is there because it is badhita by pratyabhigya. So badhita is one hetu abhasa. That's why anumana abhasa shabda is used, because badhita is the dosha. Badha is the dosha producing this abhasatva in the badhita anumana. Tika. Sadrishyat इत्यादि शब्देन प्रत्यभिज्ञा भ्रांतित्वात् प्रत्यभिज्ञा भ्रांतित्वादि गृह्यते. Sadrishya, or if you say pratyabhignya is bhranti, all of these are erroneous in your thinking. Pratyabhignya is not bhranti. Now those who are little advanced students, for them, just one vichara. In Vedanta, there is something called Drishti Srishtivada. In Drishti Srishtivada, we will also say this is Adrishyam, not Drishnashta. Drishti Srishtivada means when I see an object, only at that time it is created. There is no Vyavaharik Satta. In Drishti Srishtivada, there are only two Sattas, Pratibhasika, Paramarthika. So Vyavaharik Satta is nothing but Pratibhasika Satta only. So in that, we also will say this. But if you take three Sattas, then Vyavaharik Satta has Pratyabhignya, because it continues longer. In Pratibhasika Satta, let's say you see a dream at 12 o'clock, midnight, for whatever, few seconds, few minutes. Then you get up, drink some water, or use washroom, do something, then again you sleep, again you see the same thing in the dream. Can you say the same object has come? You cannot say. Why? Because it is having satta only at pratibhasa kala. That is why it is called pratibhasika. Pratibhasa kala matra sattvam yasya tat pratibhasikam. So its existence is only at that time. So if you see it 3 times with some interval, it is different every time. In Rajju Sarpa, if you see Sarpa once, then after some time, you go somewhere bhayabhita, frightened, then you come back. So it's the same snake still there. It is in imagination only. So in Drishti Srishtivada, those who say there are only 2 sattas, this whole jagat is only sadrishya of the Purva Bhranti. Purva Dhyasa creates samskara, which produces next samskara, next Bhranti, Adhyasa, which will create samskara, which will create next Bhranti, next Adhyasa. In this way, it will continue. Further, okay, up to here we will keep. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने आय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति।